So Haunted, definitely a pretty intense song, and obviously, you know, a theme of being haunted, being in a haunted house. And I guess we wanted that idea of a sleepless night and being in a pretty spooky place. So there's a lot of, this is one we went down the kind of a chain gang kind of foot stomp path. I've got some big tractor chains which are, you know, got kind of links like, you know, like that on them. We, from memory, brought in a big piece of ply, put it in the studio, and we were stomping and dropping big chains and generally making a big rusty mess. So you can kind of hear those chains in a few feature areas. Then there's a wooden stick sound that gives the idea of time. So it's kind of like a clock ticking, which builds throughout the song. The backing vocals are all quite wet with reverb, giving out that kind of ghostly feel. The second verse, as the song picks up, we added a breathing kind of Tracey, kind of trying not to hyperventilate, a percussive breathing sound, which again creates that idea of kind of fear and breathlessness and suspense. And that builds into the bridge, which kind of opens up with the guitar solo and more percussion. Synth bass was used in this song just to create the depth without getting in the way of all the other elements. The percussion and the vocals were really the feature for this song. The main kick sound in this song was actually us hitting the front of a harmonium, which is like a little piano, and it just had the right sound. When you kind of whacked it with your hand, it had this kind of kick drum heartbeat kind of feel. The kick drum chosen, the pattern, I guess, reflects a bit of a heartbeat. Again, that kind of builds through the song and gives it this solid human connection, the idea of being on your own in a house at night and the fear that might bring.
So Haunted, yes, it is a true story. One of the freakiest nights of my life. But yeah, I'm again really glad with the direction that we went with the kind of chain gang vibe. And I remember, like, it was such a workout to be lifting these great big heavy tractor chains to get that percussion. But you know, also with James miking it up down the hall, and he explains all of this stuff better. But it was just, you know, I remember, like, from the very start, like when we, you know, had just recorded guitar, I think it was first, with a real basic percussion. I'm like, yes, I can feel how this is going in the direction that I want, with that intensity and just storytelling kind of vibe. And yeah, I love that track. I love playing it live. I'm really kind of, it's hard to say, isn't it? But I'm gonna say I'm really quite happy with that slide lead part. And see, straight away I was about to talk it down. Don't talk it down. Yes, I really think it's vibing, and I think that I'm glad that my progression is starting to come through as a guitar player, as a slide player, and that I was, yeah, I'm just happy with where that song was able to go. It was just, yeah, lots and lots of elements to that one that came together really well of how I wanted it to. So definitely a spooky vibe, and reminiscent of the night that I went through.